Hi, this is Astrid from Signature Creations, and today's a little bit chilly, so you'll see that I'm wearing my scarf. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some sewing machine essentials, and to keep it short, we're only going to cover 3 things. The very first one that I want to talk about is your bobbin thread. I had this misconception that my bobbin thread had to match my top stitching thread. And after sewing for a while, I realized that I did not have to match the bobbin thread with the top stitching thread. And what I mean by that is this is your spool for your top stitching, and this is your bobbin down here. Now, they don't have to match because this one is on the inside of whatever you're making, unless you're making something that both sides are going to show, in which case you're going to take the time to wind a bobbin in the same color as your top thread. So, very first one. And you'll see I do mine all at one time. That way I have a whole, I don't know, savings of bobbins ready to go. Sorry. I'm new at this, so please forgive me. The next thing that I want to talk about is my handy dandy little pin cushion. And we really need to write the tutorial. I have a pin cushion over by where I do my cutting and everything else, but I also have this extremely important, and I don't know how I lived this long without it actually, pin cushion on my sewing machine, because as you're sewing whatever, a garment, napkins, quilting blocks, whatever it is, and you've got all those pins, it's nice to have this right there so that you can take it off and just pin it right into the cushion. Instead of throwing them here on your table and then pricking a finger, or getting it caught in the blade or in the needle or whatever. That's why I don't use pins very often. You'll also notice I have safety pins in there. I use the safety pins to thread all of our elastic in the garments that we make, and this is their home. They never move from this pin cushion because I thread everything, or I thread the elastic through the casing right here in front of my sewing machine. Sorry. And the last thing I'm going to talk to you about is having a handy dandy little trash can. So you can throw away your threads right next to your sewing machine, as opposed to having a separate trash can next to you, especially if you're in tight quarters. So this little, I got this cute little tin, and I throw all my refuge of threads and whatever else is in there, and then when it fills up I just simply throw it out, making my workspace stay clean instead of having thread snippets all over the place. And of course, if you have watched the scissors video, you'll see that my snip scissors are right here next to my sewing machine. That's their home, and that's where they stay. That's pretty much the basics for our first portion of the sewing machine essentials, and I hope you picked up a little tip or two. Thank you.